What I've got here is steel that we're going to be using for the doors and the seals.
Creep up, aim, I'm bussin', bust it, bust it, bust it, bust it.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? So today is you would have seen by the title of the video, we're making a canopy for the Hilux. It's not a full canopy, it's well, at the moment, it's just the two doors on either side, and I've only done the two doors because that's the only panels I have at the moment. Bit of a sneak peek here. They're currently white. They will be black. Well, we're in a lockdown at the moment, so I kind of can't go out and get different paints and vinyl and stuff like that. So right now, they're white, but that's all right. So yeah, if you guys wanted to see how we got to this point, continue watching the video. It's gonna be the whole build process of both the doors. You know, steel frame, pop riveting the sheeting on, gas struts, pinch weld for waterproof and airtight, and the latches and everything. So yeah, keep watching and follow how I did it. Again, this is just how I've done it. There's probably so many easier ways to do this. This is just what worked for me in the garage with what I had, especially during a lockdown. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video, and drop a comment down below what you want to see next. Yeah, hopefully we can get out and hit the tracks soon. So yeah, stay safe guys and enjoy. Alright guys, so what I've got here is pretty much the steel that we're going to be using for the doors and the seals. I don't have the hinges and I don't have the locks. So what the doors are going to be made out of, I believe it's 25 by 25 by 2 mil thick steel. And then I have the smaller, this is 20 by 20. This is just going to be to go across the door to keep it structural. And then here I have some 25 mil by 3 mil strips that I'm going to be putting this pinch weld on in order to get a good seal on the whole thing. I think first things first, I'm gonna make the door frame so that I can figure out how deep I need to weld the sheet for the pinch weld. Yeah, let's get to it. So as you can see here, I've got it clamped in. It is millimeter perfect. It's all clamped in. Now, if we take a look up here, you can see this gap in here. I'll probably either fill that in with some rubber, like a rubber seal, or another piece of metal. I'll probably just use rubber, just to keep water out. Now I've got to do is I'm just going to tack it in place, just like 2 tacks there, 2 tacks there, and see how it looks again, and then weld it in, and then do the other side. Alright guys, so this side is now up and painted, or welded in. I can finally start cutting up the pipe that we have, the pipe that we have there to make the doors. Okay, so after a fair bit of cutting, I have 4 of these, which are the vertical supports, and then 1 of these, which is the horizontal one. Obviously I need to make another one of these for up top, and then 1 out of the smaller length so that it can be a support in the middle. Basically what we have here, cross beam down there, and then these 2 are going to sit like this. Obviously I'll cut them up and weld them together, but they're going to essentially sit like that. That's going to be the door frame. Obviously I need to cut 2 more of these lengths, but right now I think I'm going to try and get just a U out of this bottom piece, so weld this side up and then weld that side up so that it can sit here, and I can eye out where I need to chop for the correct height for the bend. And for now, I'm going to try and do the old, cannot remember what that cut is called. Hang on, I need to look it up. Miter joint, that's what it is. We cut the 45 and the 45 in the other one, and then it sits there and it's pretty strong. So time to do that, and then I'll give you guys an update with where we're at. Alright guys, so I thought I would just take the time because I haven't done really any updates during this video. It's sort of all just been building, but I've got one door on, as you can see. I don't have the handle in it yet, but you can lift it up and you need to put the gas struts in still and the rubber seal. It's all riveted in place with those two hinges. Back to the next one. So these are, it's not fully, I got a bit of dust because I was sanding it down a bit, but it's not solid aluminium. It's this stuff, I don't know what exactly it's called, but it's a sheet of aluminium, then like a rubber compound or a plastic compound, and then another sheet of aluminium. So it's really light. We cut a groove in the plastic on this side so that it was easy to bend, and that gives us a nice seamless look. Yeah, and as for the frame, it's all 25 by 25 by 2 mil thick, well 1.6 mil thick steel, so it's pretty light. It's still got a bit of weight to it, but I got some struts that'll handle that. Welded it with all these miter joins and ground them all down so that it's nice and flush. And yeah, like apart from the inside ones, but yeah, I reckon it turned out all right. I'm gonna put it up on the put it up in the frame and then mark where these two, I don't even know what to call them, where those little bits of steel are, where the hinge will be pop riveted. Mark that, rivet the hinge in on both sides, and then I can, well, put it straight on. But before I do that, I need to get all of this, I don't even know what to call it, it's flat sheet, but it's like 3 mil thick. 3 mil thick and 25 mil wide. And it just goes there like that, which the pinch weld is then goes on this edge of it, and then adds a nice watertight seal. And then cutting the latch, and then figuring out the gas strut. So it may look like we're pretty close, but really we're not. Oh, and I just wanted to quickly add, like obviously, I'm gonna have a sheet on the back, front, and top. I just need to get them cut out, find the right sizes for that too. And then I'll just grind this down, run a bit of Sikaflex along it, and then pop rivet it down. So obviously next up we have to fit the latch. So this is just a pretty generic one that I got from the from Bunnings. Luckily we get this little like, it's not even rubber, it's like a foam seal, and you can use that as a template to draw it out. So it's like 1/135, so it's 567.5. So this little mark here, that's the halfway point. So it's, look, I guesstimated on that pop rivet and it's pretty close. So this here is what we want. So I can line that up with the middle. Now how high did I go on the other side? I don't know, it's about an inch. I sit this about an inch up and then just trace around the inside of this and it'll be good. Righty guys, it is the next day, and yesterday I finished off the day by figuring out the struts in the first side that I've been working on. I've been doing everything first on this door, not filming it, and then filming it on this door, just so that I can get my my plan all figured out, so that I'm not doing stuff that doesn't make sense. So what I've done here is I've just made these little brackets, little right angle brackets, for the struts to actually bolt into, and I had to make sure that the angle of the struts was correct, because as this closes, you don't want it to, you can see it comes pretty close to fully, well, not really, there's a solid 2 inches or so in there before it actually bottoms out. So you want to make sure that you got that right, and then you want to make sure that you have the right struts as well. So these are 100 Newton meters both, and I think 100 Newton meters can push about 10 kilos easily. And so I've got 2 of them here, and obviously it all comes down to leverage and what angles you have them on, which dictates how well they perform. But with what I've got here, the 2 works fine. One wasn't enough to hold this up, but I was gonna do 2 anyway, and so the 2 holds it perfectly, and there's a, you know, I have to put a bit of weight on it before it goes down, which is good. So I'm gonna film the process of doing the next side. So I've got it propped up where I need it to be, and see that they're pretty similar. Now, I've seen people mount them this way. Sometimes people mount them that way. I don't know if it makes any difference. I'm just gonna do it this way. But yeah, so I know the rough location, and what I'm gonna do is I dug through my little box here of old steel, and I found just some right angle here. I'll cut this in half and use that, and I'll cut a sliver off of this, and then cut one of these faces off, to then make up the brackets for the struts. Alright, so I've got the welder out, and I've got all of these brackets drilled and put a bit of an edge on them. It's not perfect, but I'm going to be the only one that sees it, so it doesn't bother me. But what I need to figure out now is whereabouts to weld these brackets. I normally go about welding the bottom one first, because it is fixed the whole time. And then I'll weld in the top mount wherever it intersects it. That's just a rule that I've followed with the other side, and it works. So I'm going to put it somewhere, but I'm going to make sure it's high enough to actually, you know, reach the top, and then I can just adjust it laterally, maybe just like that, to figure out the perfect distance. But it's going to eyeball it for now, and then just tack it in so I can rip it off if I need to. Then do the top, make sure it closes well and everything, and then fully weld it in place. So let's do that. This is what we've got here so far. Both walls, both doors to the canopy. Obviously, I don't have a roof, I don't have a back, and I don't have a front, and I don't have a back. Not yet, anyway. I've sent some measurements out, and they're getting cut up now. So when they're in, we'll just do a little fit video. I'm gonna have to do, you know, cut some grooves in here, because I want to still be able to mount the rooftop tent to these bars here. Just because it sits lower, I don't want to have to make another rack on top. We have these 100 Newton meter struts. Now these struts they're not super strong, but I'll probably go for maybe 300 Newton meters or something. Look, this side, that's sort of the breaking point as to where it doesn't lift anymore. So just past that, look, it struggles even there. So I'll definitely get some stronger struts. I just didn't know at the time. Obviously on this side though, it's actually a lot stronger. It can lift it from there. So I'm not sure whether I've got the geometry slightly different on this side. You know, maybe some sort of trigonometry is different there. But so yeah, I'll probably just get some stronger gas struts. But other than that, that's fine. So yeah, today we mounted those struts. And you can see here, I need to just get I don't know, maybe half a meter's worth of pinch weld on each side just to fill in that gap there. But other than that, canopies are all done. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Obviously I'm going to put a big bead of silicone or Sikaflex along each edge there just to keep it all watertight. But I'll do that when I put the front and back sheets on. I'll probably have a false floor in here. Well, I will have a false floor in here that's like the same height of these sills, just so it's easy, and with a fridge slide and stuff, it'll be nice and easy to get out. Tell me what you think, guys. And if you would do something similar to this yourself as well. The only reason I did it myself was because it's cheaper, and I had a bit of a different, it's a pretty unique size tray. It's 1750, and then I wanted that certain depth as well, so it wasn't quite going to work if I was to just buy a canopy off the shelf. In terms of viewing out of the rear, I'm probably going to have one of those, you can get these cameras, well, they're rear view mirrors, but it's actually just a monitor and you can see straight out of the camera. So I'll get one of them, and I'll have a camera just at the top here, and that way I'll be able to look out the mirror, but I'm actually looking at a TV screen and it's showing me what's out here. So that'll be pretty nice, because I use the rear view mirror a lot. I feel like I'd struggle with just the side mirrors. And I'm going to put a solar panel up on the roof racks here, feeding straight into here. So the idea is to have one side all camping and livable, the other side extras, you know, storage. So if I needed, you know, water or something like that, I mean, sometime down the line, you know, there's a lot of room in there for a water tank, but for now that's what it is. And in terms of vinyl and paint, this is definitely going to be black. Originally I toyed with doing the same pattern on the canopy here, but I realized I thought it would just look a bit too messy. So yeah, the toolboxes and these will be black, but I'm thinking of having big SOS TV logo there, and then like maybe a YouTube channel there or Instagram, obviously mirrored on the other side, so it's exactly the same. The other thing I was thinking about doing was, and you would have seen this on my Instagram, maybe doing like gloss black, all vinyl, and then having the names of like I'll pick a name of someone who's like a subscriber that comments on a video, and I'll pick one each day or each time I upload, and I'll have a matte black, which will be their name in the corner, and it'll sort of just start to fill out with names, but it won't be overpowering because it's black, matte black on gloss black. So I don't know, that's just an idea, because that would be pretty sweet. I thought it would be cool to, you know, if you guys are watching a video and you could, you know, locate your name somewhere on the canopy, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's just another idea. Let's just put a poll down. Let me know what you like in terms of ideas for the canopy. So we got option number 1, all black with just SOS TV and then like a YouTube/Instagram sort of thing to find me. Option number 2 is like a gloss black with matte black names, all of you guys' names along the side. Option number 2 would then be to have it all gloss black, and then in matte black have like all your names. Just pick one comment per video and put your name in there just to give you a chance to get your name on the card. And then option number 3, leave it up to you guys. I reckon I'll pin the comment that has the poll in it, and if you guys want to choose option number 3 and let me know what you have in mind, yeah, let me know if you have any cool ideas that you want to see on the doors of the canopy, and on the, keep in mind it will be on the back as well. I won't do the front because you won't be able to see it anyway. So yeah, we've got 3 walls to work with. So yeah, 1, 2 or 3, pick them in the comments below. And I will, I don't know, I think this time next week we'll see which one wins. Get down there and vote, guys. But for now, if you guys have enjoyed this canopy build, it's definitely been different, you know. I've sort of tried to keep the same style as like modern canopies that you see, but I mean, it's all been done at home during the lockdown, so there's a few things that I had to compromise. But if you guys enjoyed it, drop a like, leave a comment, it really helps with the algorithm. Trying to get some more traction on the channel, so that'll be sweet. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.